Hey, welcome back to the show. We're introducing you to one of the guys you need to know, you need to be reading, and you need to be in contact with. It's Bill Humbert. He is Recruiter Guy and just picked up a really cool award. We're happy to say that he is living right here in our town of Park City. He is one of the 50 top readers that you should be reading. So congratulations, Bill.
Thanks, Jen. That's exciting too.
Were you first of all, who gave you the award? And
it was the Authors Show. I was interviewed by them last spring, and I was one of several hundred authors that they interviewed. And they chose me as one of the 50 great writers you should be reading. So.
It makes sense, though. It really does, because this is one of the things that everybody's trying to figure out. Okay, how do I get a new job? How do I network at parties? You know, how do I do this? Recruiter Guy, he can help you with all of that. So you've got a fantastic book that helps people, and not only helps people who may not have a job currently, but helps them to think for the future. Maybe how to improve their job, keep it going, or you know what if the day comes where you need to be looking for a job, you're prepared. Exactly.
And networking is something you should be doing all the time anyway. Not just when you're looking for a job, but also when you're working.
Okay, let me ask you this. Where's that line of you're at the holiday party and you see that person and you're like, oh my gosh, gag me. Like, could they, you know, give the boss like 2 inches of space, please? You know, where you're schmoozing and you're networking. Where's the fine line?
Well, it is definitely a fine line. You have to engage them and find out what's going on in their life.
Right.
And then once you've done that, then it's their turn to ask you. And then you can talk briefly, maybe 1-2 minutes at the most. But what you don't want to be is that opera singer warming up.
What's the opera singer? I mean, I can hear the opera singer warming up in my head, but what do you mean?
Well, you've seen that person when you've gone to business after hours, and they're the person who doesn't understand networking is give and take. And so what you see is the opera singer warming up. And that person's going, me, 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 me. And then, me, 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 me.
They're just passing their card out, and it's all about them. Between you and Dane, you guys might have a career on Broadway together.
There might be a shot.
That was fantastic. So you don't want to, I guess you could kind of think of this, you want to leave them hanging a little bit. Leave them wanting more, right?
Exactly. You want to have a follow-up conversation, and you would like to have them tell you, you should talk to so-and-so, or I think you need to talk to that person over there. So it is that balance of giving a little tease, and then who do you know that I should talk to next?
Okay. Now, what about, we discussed this at one point, but I want you to just touch on it. Holiday parties tend to have the alcohol. Do you drink the alcohol if you're trying to network, trying to get the job, or whatever you're trying, or what do you do?
No alcohol.
Okay.
It's water,
Stay
soda,
away
whatever. No alcohol. Drink Sprite or something like that. It's clear drink. Nobody knows what you're drinking. But your head needs to be clear, and you need to be able to respond quickly. And with alcohol, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, your resume is a big thing. I think one thing that maybe confuses people is, what if people have a couple different areas they're good at? Are you supposed to have different resumes to send out to specific companies, or should you just send one big one? How do you really fine tune it? Get people to notice you? Because Bill over here, he did this study one time. Somebody kind of studied him when he didn't notice how he reads. You've read what, over 400,000 resumes?
Yeah, over a period since 1981, I've read over 400,000 resumes.
But you take, on an average, how much time looking at a resume?
On average, about 6 seconds.
So how do you grab that person's attention?
Well, I look for accomplishments. What impacts has that person made? And so if they've made impacts, then I want them on the resume. So often people just don't want to brag about themselves. But boy, if you're ever going to brag, that's the time.
That's the time to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so put it on your resume. Really try and do that thing at the very top to get somebody to get your attention right at the top.
Exactly.
And it's hard too when you're going up for these jobs and there's so many hundreds of people that are also applying for it. You've got to be that kind of the diamond in the rough.
Exactly. And the other thing is, just keep in mind the resumes are used for your marketing purpose, and then they're the talking points during the interview. And so if you don't have your accomplishments on the resume, then they might be left out during the interview. Okay.
So Bill, tie this all in. Holiday parties, resumes, getting a job, maybe staying happy and doing well in your job place. How does it all tie in?
Well, first of all, we're in the holidays now. January 1st, companies get their brand new budgets. And with brand new budgets come brand new jobs. And so now is the time to make your list of everybody that you want to contact. Create your Here I Am speech, which is something you can use at the holiday parties. And that talks very briefly a little bit about your experience, why you're in the situation right now where you're looking, and what it is that you want to do next. And then who should I talk to next?
When you're talking January 1st, when is a good time to contact them? The holidays are busy. Are people paying attention? You know, before the holidays, after the holidays, when's a good time?
Seasoned recruiters are talking to them right now.
Okay.
Because I'll tell you what happens. The psychology of a hiring manager, what happens is January 1st, they know they have positions that are now open.
Right.
And within that first week, they're going to call HR and they're going to say, do you have any candidates lined up for me?
Right, yeah.
HR may have been going, well, this is the first week.
Right. Oh my gosh, it kind of springs up on you.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe would you say that it's always the right time to kind of be pushing? You know, I mean, there may be other times that are better than others, but if you're looking for a job, keep it going.
Keep it going. Keep excited. Keep enthused. You know, if you go into an interview, you get that opportunity to interview with somebody, you got to have that level of energy up high because that attracts people.
Bill, tell them about your book really quick as well if you want to be reading it. Also, if you want to contact Bill he's such an enthusiastic person and exciting that it'll help you as well. You really can spark something in people.
Well, thank you. You know, Park City Career Network, we meet every Monday, Temple Har Shalom. This coming Monday, the 19th, is our last for the season. My book is at Dolly's in Atticus locally, and I have a book signing on December 28th, so if you want to meet Recruiter Guy, there's an opportunity then.
That's a name, though, that is following you throughout the nation. It's not just here locally. This is the Recruiter Guy.
I'm the Recruiter Guy.
You got that name, and you've written an incredible book. He's one of the 50 authors you should be reading. And if you want that spark to help you through this next year, especially with everybody making new goals, it's a good time to get that book. Oh, it'd make a great stocking stuffer, right?
It would. And college students getting ready to graduate.
Figuring out where they're going to go and what they're going to do, life changes.
Exactly.
It's a whole big world.
Exactly.
So, Bill, you're always wonderful to be in studio. Thanks for giving us the tips. And Bill will be here each and every month to give us updates and really help us out with, you know, this struggling economy and with so many people that are trying to figure out what should I be doing and what shouldn't I be doing.
Exactly. And have a nice holiday.
Absolutely. You too. Good to see you, Bill. All right. We're going to take a short break here on the Mountain Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back after this.